Welcome back to Watches Oliver Smith. Today we're going to talk about two alarm watches, very unique pieces, one by Ulysse Nardin and another one by Jaeger LeCoultre. But first, thanks Ben, I want to introduce you to Mr. Ben Lamb. Ben has been working with me for a number of years and he's extremely talented as a watchmaker. And his work here is runs the gamut from testing watches to refinishing watches to making parts for watches that you can't buy anymore. And I'm a little hesitant to brag about Ben because we have so much work that we really don't need any more work, but that's not the point. The point I want to bring about is that when you're buying timepieces like this 1675 Rolex from the 70s, you really need to make sure that you show it to a watchmaker that knows what he's talking about. And that's Mr. Ben Lamb. You want to make sure that the parts are authentic. If it's been serviced, you want to know about that. If it has service hands, you want to know about that. So there's a lot of particulars that go into buying a historic piece like this, which is quite expensive. So if you do have any questions about those things, please reach out to us and reach out to Mr. George Reed, myself, Ryan, Veronique, or Elizabeth or Tim in Aspen, and we'll get in touch with Ben here and we'll get your questions answered. So thank you for all your fine work, Ben, and I know you have a lot to do, so I'll let you get back to it, and we'll ask George to step in and we'll go over some of these alarm watches.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. So George, we're going to talk about alarm watches today.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. We've got a couple of cool examples that you don't see every day, and they kind of do the same thing, but in vastly different ways. So I kind of wanted to go over that with everybody.
So what are you wearing first off?
I've got something really special on my wrist today. This is FP Journe's Platinum UTC World Time. Salmon dial, all handmade. You have actually a cloisonné enamel globe on it. It is a spectacular piece. I'm just thrilled to have it here. It's incredibly expensive, as Jordan tends to be. But yeah, the rarer the piece, the more money it costs. It's simple as that. So today, I wanted to show you two examples of chiming watches. These are both alarm watches. So there are several levels to chimers. I think the first level would probably be an alarm watch.
Right.
You've worn one with the 89, 89, 98. Yeah. But the luminar, or excuse me, the radio mirror with the alarm.
Trying to remember what it was. Yeah.
So here we have a limited edition Jaeger LeCoultre JLC. This is done for Aston Martin.
Yeah, this is a collaboration they did with them, kind of cross-marketing when that was just getting started.
I think this was the first one they did with them. So
15 years ago, maybe?
This is an older one, yeah. Just had it completely restored by our friends at JLC. But this one, I'm going to go ahead and set the alarm off, and we'll have this in close-up as well, so you guys can really see what's happening here. But
oh wow, that's really loud.
So what makes this one so loud, it is a vibration alarm. I'm going to set that off again. In titanium.
Yeah.
And Jaeger does this kind of chamber in back to really, really make it a bright sound. Contrasting to that, you have Ulysse Nardin Sonata. This is an amazing piece in rose gold, which isn't usually the best material for an alarm watch. You always want to do them in platinum, but platinum is such a dead tonal material. So, so this one's definitely a little bit brighter, and it comes with this really cool little resonance box. This box does the same thing the back of this watch does.
I gotcha.
But the difference here as well is the Ulysse Nardin is a bell chime. Where this is vibrational, it's a little bit easier to manufacture. This is more along the lines of your minute repeater. We actually have a hammer hitting a gong in succession.
Right.
And it's just a lovely sound. This is going to wake you up and maybe alarm you as an alarm, where this is
maybe the rest of the room, too.
And maybe the rest of the room as well, where this is going to just be an absolute joy to have on your nightstand to have that go off in the morning.
How much are we asking for them?
So the Jaeger's going to be right around 9,000. The UN's going to be just over 20.
Yeah.
But either one is spectacular. If you have an Aston Martin, you should probably have this watch as well.
Neat colors too.
Neat. Well, of course, Oregon.
If you're an Oregon Duck fan, you got to have that.
Packers,
Packers,
absolutely. Yep.
Exactly. So if these watches interest you, or you have any other questions about fine timepieces or jewelry for that matter, please reach out to us here in Scottsdale or in Aspen, Colorado. Thank you again for watching.
Thanks, folks.